Hello friends and welcome to October. So I decided today that I wanted to do an October Charmcast to see what kind of energies we have to deal with or what kind of energies are coming up for us during the month of October. So what I've done is I have in front of us here, I have put my charm casting board and I have written on it the kind of common things that I feel everybody wants to know about. So we've got relationships, we've got work or career, and we've got our finances. I also thought, well, what are we working towards? Let's have something for what we're working towards. Where do we need to be courageous in our lives? Where do we need to be practical in our lives? And then right down in the bottom corner here, I added in what we need to avoid. So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to take my trusted amazing charms. I'm going to give them a shuffle and I'm going to take a handful and I'm going to throw them or cast them here on the board, and we will then look to see where they land and interpret them accordingly. So let's do that. Okay, so obviously shuffling the charms can get a bit noisy, so I do apologize for the noise, but we want to give them a good shuffle, so wriggling them around as best as I can. And then when I feel like I have shuffled appropriately or shuffled enough, I'm going to grab a handful and I'm just sort of going to throw them around like that. How fabulous is that? Okay, so we have the charms. When I do a charm cast, the first thing I do once I have cast the charms like we have here is I look to see which charms need to be removed. And I generally remove the charms that are not on an area or not on a location. And in this case, all the charms have landed exactly where they need to be. So we don't have any lying sort of in this gap over here or in this gap over there. So there's actually no charms that I need to remove. I'm just looking to see if there's any down the bottom here, but there aren't. Right, so let's start. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, the first thing that I notice is the fact that relationships and work and career have got no charms attached to them. So there is significance in that, okay? Because basically what that's telling you is that for the intention that I set, which was to do a charm cast for the month of October, what do we need to be aware of? What kind of energies are coming through? What is significant for the month of October? Clearly, relationships and work are not it. Okay, so what is interesting is what we need to work towards. Now, the smiley face that we have over there is obviously my charm for happiness, okay, for joy. So what do we need to work towards? We need to work towards being happy. I'm just going to move it up a little bit, all right? So we need to work towards being happy. We need to work towards joy. What is interesting here is this particular harp that is here, okay? And it is, as much as it was close to the happy face but it seems to be more here by the finances. So I'm just going to move it out the way a little bit. I wanted to stay between the two, working towards and finances. The harp to me is angelic, okay? The harp is the angel's harp, all right? That's how I interpret it. That's how I see it. And the angel's harp is, again, the fact that it was by the smiley face is that we need to enjoy the simple things in life. Because isn't it just, listening to the sound of a harp? I know today we don't do things like that, but, we understand the concept of just sitting still, listening to the sound of the harp and enjoying the moment. While you are sitting and listening to the harp play, you're not thinking about what you need to do for supper or what you need to do at work. You're really in the moment, and that is what this is telling you. You need to work towards happiness in the moment. But I'm also saying that the harp is coming through here with finances, which we'll get to in a minute. I want to jump across now to this side over here. So let me just move these charms around so that we can see the writing. Being courageous. I can't say it. I wrote the word and I can't say it. Okay. So where in your life, where do you need to be courageous? What is it that is happening in the month of October that you need to be courageous about? So the first one we have is the little mouse. Okay. And the mouse is significant of something that eats away slowly. That's something that nibble, eats away at you slowly until there is nothing left. A mouse will, if you leave out a block of cheese, they're not going to take the whole block of cheese. They're going to come and take a little bite, take a little bite, take a little bite, until eventually the whole block of cheese is gone. So something is nibbling away at you and you need to be courageous about it. I didn't turn this one over, forgive me, but that is my little flower, okay? So that is my charm that symbolizes flower, and flower is beauty. Flower is pretty. Flower is, it's sweet smelling. It's all of those glorious things. So be courageous. Something is nibbling away at you, and it's probably got to do with something to do with beauty, beautiful, something that you find as beauty and beautiful in your life. Then what's quite interesting is we got the little doggy. And, we all know dogs are friendship, dogs are loyalty, dogs are unconditional love, all of that. So, and underneath it here, we've got the never, never give up. So you need to be courageous at whatever is eating away at you. Something is eating away at you. You need to face it. You need to actually stick your nose in it and give it a good old sniff like the dog would do. Sorry, I have an image in my mind now. So you need to be loyal. You need to be brave. You need to be dedicated. You need to be all of those kind of things. Don't give up. Be courageous. Deal with whatever is eating away at you. Don't let it eat away at you. Okay. I'm now going to come through to this collection here in the middle, and if I just move everything around, that you can see all the things that are there. Right, so we have the helping hand, we have the mask, we have the child, and we have the bicycle, and all of these are to do with our finances. So those of you who are watching this video during the month of October, you need to be aware of what's going on with your finances. The helping hand is telling you that maybe you need a helping hand. Maybe somebody is offering help and you need to take it, or you need to ask for help, okay? And I think it's asking for help because we've got the mask here. The mask is saying that you are wearing the mask. You are pretending that everything is fabulous. You are pretending that everything is great. You are wearing the mask of confidence. You are wearing the mask of whatever. But what lies under the mask is normally very different from the truth. We also have the child here, okay? So this symbol over here is what I use to represent child, and it's telling you that I often like to say that this is the childish symbol or the childish charm. So with regards to finances, don't be stubborn, don't be a child, okay? Be honest, be upfront, be adult about whatever your situation is. Remove the mask, accept the helping hand that is being offered. Don't think you have to do it all on your own. The bicycle is telling us that things are moving. The bicycle is movement, the wheels. It's moving in a forward direction. So there is movement, there is hope, there is free sailing. If you're on a bicycle and you're going down the hill, you don't have to pedal so hard. You can just coast, okay? So once you accept the helping hand, remove the mask, be open and honest with yourself, stand up to face whatever the situation is, things will move and there will be success for you. Remember this charm that's over here that I said I wanted to keep it between the finances and what we need to work towards. And it is the harp, and it is the harp, the angelic harp. And it's saying that, you know what, things will be beautiful, things will be okay, but you need to accept the help that is being offered, or look for help, or ask for help. Remove the mask, be honest, and things will work out quite well for you. Looking down the bottom here, I'm going to just again turn the charms so that you can see them clearly. I'm going to put that one next to it. Right, so the first one we have, not very good at lining them up. The first one we have is the moon. Okay, so where do we need to be practical? You know what's nice about the moon is the moon, things are scary in the shadows, okay? We don't always know what's hiding in the shadows, all right? So the moon is often about illusions and things not always appearing as they seem, okay? So you need to be practical with yourself and realize that you don't have all the information, that you're not seeing everything that you need to see, that there are some things hiding in the shadows, and it's time that you actually put the light on. And look, the moon is also about cycles, because we know the moon, it's forever evolving and it's forever going through those cycles. And then you've got the cross, and the cross is the cross of burdens, okay? The cross is the cross of burdens, of pain, of suffering. So be practical with what you're not facing in your life, okay? What are you not seeing? What are you leaving in the shadows? You need to be honest with yourself and bring it out, look at it, be practical about it. And you know what? I'm going to bring it across to this side here about the never, never give up. So being courageous and being practical, working towards your happiness that we have up there. But face your truth. Face whatever's going on around you. All right. So friends, those of you who have watched through to the end, I do hope that there is something in this message that resonates with you. Remember, this was a Charmcast with the intention of what do we need to be aware of for the month of October, for the month ahead. But whenever you watch this, whenever you come across this video, whenever you watch it, know that it is relevant to you at that time. Whatever you're going through now, there is something in this that you can use in your life now to have a better outcome. Because what do we want at the end of the day? We want everybody to have and be the best version of themselves. So friends, this is how I typically do a Charmcast. If you would like to order your own Charmcast, I'd be very happy to help you with that. You may pop over to my website, or you can just send me a direct message and I will gladly help you. But in order to do a Charmcast, I need questions. I need areas of life that you want us to look at. And specifics. The more specific the question, the more specific the situation, the more specific the charms and the interpretation will be. So have a super day. Have an amazing October if you are watching this now in the beginning of October. With love and blessings from me to you always. Take care.